Previously on the PowerUP Man RoundTable, we discussed the power of faith.
When you walk up to an automatic door, you come close to that door, you automatically expect for it to open. Those sensors know you're close and that door opens for you. That's what faith works.
It's a muscle that you have to exercise.
Right.
That every day that you need to step forward and, okay, maybe my faith wasn't as strong yesterday.
Yeah.
And I need to put God more in the situation so that I can let go and let God.
It's stuff that hits you in your face,
Mm-hmm.
dead in your face, and knocks you to your knees.
Right.
I haven't lost my faith.
I gotta keep going.
I haven't lost my faith because whatever was honestly in my mind, what other choice do I have?
That's right.
There is an answer for you. Just have faith. Believe in the Father. Believe in the Son. Believe in the Holy Ghost. Believe in yourself.
And now, part 2 of faith.
And that faith is the answer.
That's right. That's right.
And the strongest thing about what he just testified with is that's not even foreign to any of us at this table.
Nope.
We've each been able to be blessed to have God come in and answer our prayer based on our faith
Yes.
on what we need done at that time. And he's come in without question, without a doubt that it was him.
Right.
To
Can't
be
blame
able
nothing
to,
but that. That's
to
right.
be able to answer the call when we call.
That's right. We seen it in our group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We talk about our friend Joe. God bless Joe. We found him at the brink of destruction. He was at the brink of death. We talked about it before, right? Brought him through.
On the step of death with COVID.
Yeah.
And we prayed hard.
He prayed hard.
And what did we do first? We claimed the victory.
That's right.
So when you claim that victory through faith,
That's right.
then the battle has already been won.
That's right. You have to make the move.
You
Now,
put it in the work.
You put it in the work. A lot of us play it safe. We talked about this earlier where, I talked about, I kind of describe it like, I say in my life, I go in the deep, I fish. It's almost like the movie The Perfect Storm, when we make mention of that. And I really like that because I think that movie means something. If you remember the movie, they went out and they didn't have a good take, or they didn't get a good catch. So they came in and they said, well, we're gonna go right back out. They went right back out. Even though bad storms were coming in, and they went out and they caught a lot of fish. They says, okay, we can take this and go back in. But then they says, no, we can go to the Flemish Cap. Now that's north, almost to the Russian border, I think it was. And it's very cold and bad weather out there. There's rough seas, but there's a lot of fish to be caught. So the crew sat there and they made a decision and said, hey, you know what? We're gonna go out. We're gonna go. Would y'all wanna go back in with what we got? Or we wanna set the market. We wanna set the market and go out there and get a bunch of fish and come back in. They decided to go do it. Now, see, I kind of compare myself. Some people play it so safe in life to where they keep themselves in a position where it's simple. Everything's obtainable on their own strength. It's in their grasp, right here. So it's almost like I don't do anything. If some people keep everything in close proximity, so and they can control it. That's almost like a control issue. But I think that the Lord wants us to go to the Flemish Cap. Meaning, if I put things outside of my reach, I can't do it on my own strength. It's outside my reach, so I'm forced. I can't fish on the bank. First of all, the chances of me catching a huge fish on the bank is kind of slim. You want to go out in the deep, and in order to get out in the deep, you need to get in the boat. And in order to get on the boat and get in the deep, you need to get off the bank. Once you get off the bank, you get in the boat. You got to push back off of the shoreline, right? And then you usually have to go out to a place where you can't even see the shoreline. That's where you catch the big fish, okay?
Right.
So I try to keep myself, I'm built that way, to where I keep myself out there fishing for the big fish, where I can't even see the shoreline. I have to completely let my faith be in full action in order for me to produce, in order for me to receive, and in order for me to get back.
You know, one thing about faith, I can tell you, because it's something that you really got to put your heart into. I mean, just last night, me and my wife was a little distant, and when your wife tell you to come, even though I didn't want to talk at the time, and they say, hey, I just want to talk to you. I sit down, and she said, what is the most important things in your life? Now, I had to sit and think, and I'm glad she was patient, because, you know what, in just a few seconds, we were quiet for about, 3 to 5 minutes. Nothing was said. And we just sit there. And then finally, the Lord told me, you gotta say something. And I want to be truthful. And I said, the most important thing to me, I think, is faith and family.
This was last night.
This was last night. And then she asked, well, okay, it gotta be something than just more than faith. I said, no, faith and my whole life be a work toward my faith, which includes my family and my wife.
Yes, baseline. I said earlier that I think that everybody was designed to be creative in some sort of way. And everybody has a part to play. And because of people playing it safe in life, if you play it safe in life, you never get a chance to get stretched. And if you don't get stretched, you don't get an opportunity to bring out your best creativity. Studies have shown that in the human nature, the most creativity is brought out when backs are against the wall and there's lots of stress. When there's no options have been taken away. Comfort goes away. That's built in our DNA as we have evolved to become what we are now. When circumstances change, we have to adapt and overcome in order to survive, right? This is what brings about creativity. This is when you can do things that you didn't even know you could do, right? This is when adrenaline kicks in. Creativity comes about. So I really do believe that it's very important that we stretch, allow to be stretched, because in that stretching is creativity. But you'll never get to understand just what you can do until you've been put in that position. See?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
For me, on a personal level,
Yes.
doing this is a stretch.
Yes.
Now, at this stage,
Yes.
I'm very comfortable.
Tell the people why, because they may not have seen the episode.
Gotcha.
In the beginning when we talked about it.
That goes back to feelings of anxiety, the issues with self-esteem, the issues with sweating, feeling like, somewhere, within myself, not feeling good enough.
We got it 69 degrees in here, so Ram won't sweat. We'll have to have a sweat Ram.
Ram not sweating no more. He's comfortable.
No,
He's comfortable now.
That's just it. But that was most of that really was about my own
anxiety.
Yeah, it was the anxiety that would drive the sweat.
Right.
A lot of times. That was really what was happening most of the time.
And maybe anxiety about your capability of articulating what you really feel.
It's a process, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is in the stretching,
yeah,
it's part of the process.
That's
You know, it's a part of, like, for instance, in terms of coming on here, speaking and stuff and all that, honestly, you know, especially when you're saying it's a faith reason, I don't really have to do anything to prepare except talk to the Lord, pray, spend time with Him and all that. And in terms of like trying to like have some script written or what to say, I don't need to do that. Reason being is because at this stage, I understand the value of speaking out of who God created you to be. I don't have to do anything else other than that. Mm-hmm. I am not in a race with anybody else.
Right.
I am not trying to prove anything to anybody else.
That's right.
The only thing I have to do is be who God created me to be.
That's right.
And that is not a humanist trying to, kind of thing. It's about, it's based in God. It's based in who God created me to be in terms of my authentic self.
That's right.
That's where the power comes from. And all of us,
yes,
we do that. We speak out of our authentic selves, and we're not competing with each other.
That's right.
And all of that. That's the power in this right here.
That's right.
In what we're doing.
That's right.
Because there's so much fake. There's so much fake stuff in the world now.
We talked about that earlier. We talked about identity crisis in an early episode, and we also talked about one where we talked about when people are afraid to remove their mask.
Oh yeah.
And they put on this particular person that's like this person that they created themselves to be. Yeah, and because they won't be who they are. See, there's power in being, because you were designed to be who you were. Everything that happened to you, good, bad, and ugly, happened to you for a reason. Mm-hmm. And those events, all those things, even though you don't have to be stuck in some bad stuff, but some of that stuff may have have to make you a little harder in certain areas, may have to make you a little more sensitive in some areas, and all of that cake mix, all of the things in that mix in life, that this thing called life that we go through, makes you become a certain person. And in that person, you're designed to be a certain way. But if you won't be that person, you try to be, and I try to be Stan, then Keith is left out there I can't even explore the adventures that are designed, the pathway that's designed just for me. Mm-hmm. I can't go through life and be Keith and experience the thing Keith's supposed to experience, be gifted in the areas that Keith is gifted in, if I spend all my time trying to be like Stan.
That's right.
So now, guess what? I'm just going through life a hybrid.
You done missed your car.
I missed all of my triggers where I started off at.
Yeah.
All of those triggers and the sensors that I'm supposed to hit.
Yeah.
Because Keith is 5'7", and I've got to fit. I'm a square peg and I'm designed to fit in this square hole. Mm-hmm. But he's an octagon. He's taller than me. He won't fit where I'm supposed to fit. So now I'm not hitting the triggers to open my doors. See, a lot of people get stagnant in growth and they can't understand why can't I pick up traction? Well, you can't pick up traction because you're not in the groove where you're supposed to be. Slot cars, little race cars, we used to have the slot cars. You can have one, we had an AFX track, and then there's 2 or 3 different kinds of manufacturers that made these little cars that we had, and they fit on the track. And they had certain little pins, they had certain little connectors, and little copper things that sat on that track, where the power is fed into that track to make that little motor go. Well, I can't take a car that's designed to be on the AFX track that came from this Hot Wheels track or whatnot. It won't fit because the sensors don't line up with the contacts on the track. So that car won't go. Yeah. So you have to be you. That's the power in it. God made, I said it a million times, God has made every person that has walked the earth and that will ever walk the earth. We're talking probably, before it's all over, trillions of some other number of people. And no one is the same. Not even identical twins. They're different. So, if you have a creator that has gone out of his way to make every single person different, even identical twins, right? They may look the same, but they're not the same. Right? Then why are people wasting time trying to be someone else? I have the faith that I'm okay being me. And I'm going to be just fine being me. With all my stuff and who I am, not perfect by any means, but I am very comfortable being me. And I know, and I have the faith of that everything is going to be just great me being me. Not being Stan or being Ram or being Doc. That's what everybody has to have. The people out there listening, I said it before, be your own best self-study. Study you. Know what makes you happy. Know what brings you joy. Recognize your weaknesses. Recognize your strengths. Don't lie to yourself. If you lie to yourself, it's one thing for me to tell you a lie. But if I lie to me, that's a big problem. Because see, if I lie to me, and I believe my own lie when I lie to me, that's gonna block me from the truth. And if you can identify your stuff and know your truth, own your stuff, recognize it, learn from it, try to be a better person, but recognize I'm weak in this area. I have a problem in this area. That's the first way to fix it. First, recognize that there's a problem. Yeah. But still be fine being you. That's so important. Because God made us all different. And He went through all that to make us different. Why? You got to have faith that being you is great.
And if you're not being you and you're trying to be somebody else,
right?
See, just like God made us all different,
yes,
He gave us all different gifts.
That's right.
And some people, the gifts are abundant.
Yes.
And everybody can see them.
Yes.
Other people, you don't see the gifts as
more subdued.
But the thing is, if you just concentrate on yourself and have faith,
yes,
whether you want to admit it or not, there's a purpose for each and one of us here on earth.
That's right. You
just didn't randomly get chose, okay, time for another soul to go out. Right. No, your soul went out to a specific scenario, to that parent. Or even if you're not going to have parent, you have an assignment, a purpose in life.
Right.
But nobody actually know what it's going to be. Don't care what you've done in life.
Right.
What achievement you've made in life. You still might have a purpose yet to be achieved.
That's right.
And maybe that purpose might just be like Mary, to be the mother to Jesus.
That's right.
What greater gift could the Lord give you?
Right.
So whatever your purpose is, you got to strive toward reaching that. I have a very simple mnemonic I have for life. See, I believe that through these trials and tribulations, it's like a battle. And we're going through these battles over and over again, like forks in the road. Some people say that there's a crossroad. But each time that you go through one of these trials and tribulations, I believe you can allow it to let you grow spiritually. And you got to build your spiritual strength.
Yes.
And you got to get it stronger and stronger as you proceed through life.
Yes.
You got to let your faith just shine and get you through one trial and tribulation after another.
That's right. Good stuff. Well, y'all, man, this is some powerful stuff, man. You know, I hope that somebody was able to get something from this. We came from a lot of different points of views, but ultimately it's the same objective. It's to get you to believe and understand the power of having faith. This is not just something that you use to pull out when it's convenient. Use it every day. There are levels to it. You have to build that spiritual muscle and that faith muscle. But allow yourself to exercise. Allow the stretching. Step out. Pay attention to the markers. Pay attention to the spirit. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Don't stay so preoccupied with life that is so noisy that you don't take some time out just to sit and listen. Pay attention. We hope this blessed somebody here today. We love you all. And this is coming from the PowerUP RoundTable. We're doing it again, man. Remember, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And check us out. Leave some comments in reference to what you heard here today. We hope that somebody is blessed from some of the things that we shared here today. And we're going to bring more in the future as it relates to this. Where we'll actually get into some actual examples. There's plenty of examples in the Bible that we can read, but we want to bring some examples that you can actually identify with real time right here in our lifetime. Things that we have actually experienced and seen and are going through even as we speak right now that we can help somebody with. Everybody has trials and tribulations. That is a guarantee. There is no way around it. It's how you handle those trials and tribulations. That's what makes the difference. And believers, if you are a true believer, you should handle those trials and tribulations very differently from a non-believer. Definitely. Because see, your thought process should be totally different. See, so we will get into that in a later discussion, but we hope that we bless you all here with this discussion. This is a good one. Pass it on to somebody who may need it. We always say, if it's just one person that gets something from this, then we've done a good deed. Exactly. You know, it don't have to be change a nation or change a whole group. One person, if it's that one person that gets something from this, and if you got something from it, let us know. Let us know. Leave a comment. And that's all we have for y'all this time. Hope you enjoyed it. This is coming straight about the PowerUP Man Cave RoundTable discussion. We're gonna say what we always say at the end. Power up, man. Power up, man. Power up, man. Power up, man. Power up. Man, we love y'all. We're out.
Man, the devil been working on us today, man. He just put out the lights on him. I can't even see Stan. You know what I'm saying? But understand this. I just blinking all the way through, man. I sure did.
Oh, devil, you trouble.
When certain spirits come in and drain batteries.
Drain that light.
It
What was wrong with the light?
that got drained and that got drained. Ooh. So we probably had something in here.
We was alive, man. We was in here kicking strong, man. All right, let's do it over again, man.
You crazy.
I hope y'all remember what y'all said.